KUGAN CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global, at the O2 Arena here. Funny night. Let's start with Dave Allen. Are you going to give him a bonus?
No, he got enough money tonight. I'm just so pleased for him. I mean, especially after this Chisora Gashi fight, I was sort of thinking...
That fight was a little bit horrendous.
Yeah, it was all right for the first
three rounds.
And then Gashi was so disappointing. Like, the whole reason I wanted Gashi is because he likes to tear up. I don't know what he was doing. And I felt for Del. I mean, Del should have probably cut him off a little bit better, but it's hard when you've got a guy running around the ring. So then I'm thinking, oh my, please Dave, do something. And he found a body shot from the gods. I mean, it was Matthew Macklin said to me, if a top elite fighter would have thrown that shot, you would have been pulling yourself off about it, you know? But obviously, because it was Dave Allen, it was like, was it a fluke? I don't know. He's like, me and Barker have been working on that. The slip left hook to the body. I was like, are you sure? I'm so pleased for him, mate. And, you know, it's like, fighters really struggle when they leave the sport, mentally, and emotionally. And Dave Allen struggles mentally and emotionally while he's in the sport. And my big worry for people like Dave Allen is that when it's all gone, the sport of boxing, the social media support, that buzz, that amazing feeling, do you revert back to your dark days and your dark side, you know? And I think that he has enough in his soul and his heart, that sounds a bit cheesy, but to live well. How long for, I don't know. But he feels amazing right now. Like, you don't realise you've made his life. And that's rewarding. And especially in a week that's fucking been painful for boxing and for us. It's nice to see. Because I look at Dave Allen, he makes me smile. And I think he makes a lot of people smile. And I was walking out of here, fucking Dave Allen, Eddie, he's done it. You know, and it's like, that makes me feel good. And there are people in boxing that feel like he shouldn't be getting these chances.
But when he delivers,
no, but they're probably right. They're probably right because there's other people that have given more to the sport than Dave has, who'd never got these chances.
There's better fighters out there.
Yeah,
than
there is.
Dave.
But unfortunately, he's touched me. Not like that, and he's touched the public, and people tune in. We had a good crowd in here tonight for Dave Allen against Lucas Brent. You know, there's a lot of people watching tonight. There's a lot of people interacting on social media tonight. So for me, it's not just me being a real nice guy. It's because I like him and I know that he's delivering numbers. And tonight takes him to the next level. And he jokingly said, I'm 3 fights away from fighting Joshua. He's probably 2 fights away from fighting Joshua or Wilder. As bizarre as that sounds, you're looking at me like I'm nuts, because next fight he's going to fight Price or Chisora or someone like that. The fight after that, if he wins, he's going to fight Parker, he's going to fight Povetkin, he's going to fight Ortiz again, I don't know. And if he wins that, what are you going to say then? The big problem for Dave Allen is going to come when he goes beyond the next fight, because I'm not sure whether he's good enough to hang with those guys. I believe he can beat David Price, a 50-50 fight. I believe he can have a good fight with Chisora. It's a tougher fight. But again, he can win those fights. Can he beat those other guys? That's where I'm not really sure. But what do you do if that happens?
What, so say he beat...
say he beat Chisora,
right,
and then say he beat Povetkin.
You've got a situation there.
So, yeah.
But, I mean, look...
we're in dreamland right now. We're buzzing. We're on the Dave Allen White Rhino buzz.
I kind of want to put something in the title, but I'm not
gonna... don't. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Away from,
on the verge.
On the verge. Yeah. Okay, so realistically for him, on July 20th, we'll come on to that in a second, but...
Yeah, I haven't even spoken to him about it. I mean, he's got to want to go on July 20th.
Him and Price?
Yeah, I think that's the fight. I haven't spoken to Pricey. You know, I don't know what...
Because he was contracted to fight Lucas Brown if he won, correct?
Yes.
Lucas Brown was contracted, of course.
Oh shit, hang on, sorry. Yeah, go on, keep talking.
So you'd like to make that for that card?
Yeah, I think that's a good fight. I mean, I think that's a good fight for everybody. Sorry, someone's got my car keys. Got my keys. Yeah. I think that's a good fight for everybody. I think it's a good fight for Dave, both Daves. Yeah.
David Hay spoke to him just after the fight there. He's still kind of hanging on to the thought that you'll consider Chisora for Joshua.
No.
Completely ruling that out?
Mm-hmm.
Have you told David Hay that? Because it's not the
No,
way
I think
he was talking.
I mean, it wasn't just that tonight weren't great for him. It's just I don't think that's the fight for MSG.
You did toy with the idea of putting Chisora on the undercard of that.
Yeah, I'm still up for that.
20th of July.
He could go on that card as well.
Whyte-Rivas. I'm assuming you're going to have to go with a strong undercard
I mean,
for
it's
this.
an absolutely fantastic fight, but only people in boxing know it's a fantastic fight. Go and read people's comments, reporters, fighters, etc.
No, I've seen that. People in boxing are all saying
but
it is actually
the
a good
casual
fight.
fans who are normally my friends go, Rivas who? And they're right, because they don't know how good Rivas is. He's just chinned Bryant Jennings in the 12th round. He's a right fucking handful. He's 24-0.
Was he being considered for Tyson Fury at some point?
Tyson Fury turned him down.
Oh, turned him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a brilliant fight. It is a brilliant fight. Sorry. What's happened here? Hang on. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Where were we?
You said it's a brilliant fight between Whyte and Rivas.
Brilliant fight. But it needs a massive card, and people need to understand how good a fight is, because it's a very, 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 very dangerous fight.
Obviously, I see a few people obviously griping that this is going to be a pay-per-view. They kind of got to grips with Whyte and Parker being a pay-per-view event with a good undercard. But how is it going to be difficult to sell that or not, or what?
I mean, what's the alternative?
No, you tell me.
No, you tell me. You know what it is.
Go on.
You know what it is.
What?
Take him to America and box him over there.
Some of that DAZN money.
But that you know that. I mean, you know how much money Dillian Whyte's been offered by other networks to go and fight in America. He wants to fight in the UK. And unless I want to do a couple of £1 million on a night, this is how it's got to be.
Do you think they'll do the same buys as a Parker?
Yeah. Yeah, Parker was solid, but Dillian Whyte's a much bigger name now than he was when he fought Parker.
Who else are you going to look to put on that? I'm assuming a Coley.
Potentially Lebedev Coley.
Yeah.
Potentially Chisora. Alan Price if we can make it. A couple of other big domestic fights as well. Needs to be really strong. Needs 3 or 4 really good fights who could headline their own shows.
Just a quick...
I'm easy about it. It's the same argument we've been having for 5 years, isn't it? Oh, some people are not happy with this paper. That's what's happening on July the 20th. It's a great heavyweight fight with one of the top 4 heavyweights in the world in Dillian Whyte.
But you could probably concede as a main event, a standalone, it wouldn't be a pay-per-view, would it? And not unless you were trying to
it's a much more high-level fight than Whyte Chisora.
Really?
We got one guy's 24-0. He's top 10 in every governing body. He's just chinned Bryant Jennings on ESPN. He's a right handful. And Dillian Whyte is now #1 in the world. He is well up there with
Go back
Fury.
to your statement. What did you say? You believe it's more...
High level, as in for the world heavyweight scene.
Okay.
You don't agree with that?
Okay.
For the world heavyweight scene? I mean, yeah, no, you can shrug your shoulders, yeah.
What does you more bias?
Probably Chisora. Yeah, but you're telling me, I'm just telling you how good the fight is.
I know it's a good fight.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not disputing it's a good fight. I'm just saying, like you said, to the market you're trying to put this out to.
But that's all right. That's my job. So I've got to make you realise how good this fight is. And I've got to make you buy it.
Everyone like you said, within the boxing industry...
People who know Rivas go, this is a 50-50 fight. And it's an absolute war. But I understand, if you haven't heard of Oscar Rivas, I don't expect you to go, wow, Whyte-Rivas. How can you if you don't know him? So you've got to be educated about him, you've got to watch him, you've got to understand, you've got to realise what will be on the line, and,
Maybe make your mind up if you want it or
always do,
not.
don't you?
Of course. Just touching through the rest of the card, very good win for Cordina.
He was absolutely
and good win for Kelly as well.
Yeah, Josh Kelly was great. Hurt his hand at the end of the fight. I thought Joe Cordina was outstanding tonight. Good win for Conor Benn. Nikita Ababi was great. Shannon Courtney win. KO win for Sam Hyde. Yeah, it was good. But tonight belongs to Papi de la Reina.
Ed, I know we spoke about this earlier on, but can you just... You've dismissed Joe Joyce. Now you're dismissing Chisora. Hunter, a possibility.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz, still a possibility.
Yeah.
Chuck me someone.
There's 2 or 3 others that are possibilities. I don't want to talk too much about it because there's negotiations going on at the moment, and we're going to be announcing, I don't know, Wednesday, something like that. So let me do my work.
Are you in another press conference?
Possibly.
In New York?
Yeah, possibly. All right, I've got to go.
All right,
because
Edward.
there's a gentleman here watching me.
Thank you very much.
Speak to you later.
I'm ready to get the ball.